Are you tired of playing support champions that are stale and overused? Are you looking for something new and exciting but is also effective? Well, I'm XF Awkward and I'm here to show you guys why you should be playing Vel'Koz, the new innovative support. Vel'Koz is an all-around solid support that excels in poke compositions that need just a little bit more damage and crowd control. He brings a long-distance spammable multi-target slow with his Q, solid zone control with his W, and an AoE knockup with his E. Combine that with his awesome true damage and amazing laser face and you're looking at one scary support in the right hands. Alright, let's talk about the good, the bad, and the ugly when it comes to Mr. Flying Spaghetti Monster. He's got tons of poke and more importantly geometric poke. Fire off his Q in an odd direction to catch someone off guard and watch them hobble away in fear. Geometry, bitch. This eyeball isn't a one-trick pony either. Yeah, he likes to get some cheap shots in from a distance, but he's never afraid to throw down if the circumstances call for it. His ultimate synergizes extremely well with most AD carries in lane, as well as in later teamfights. Who doesn't like big chunks of true damage and AoE crowd control? Vel'Koz is great at managing teamfights due to his AoE skill shot nature, allowing you to use your W and E together to create a deadly game of the floor as lava for your enemies. A few well-placed riffs can leave them dancing right into your hands and completely out of their little happy place. If they disrespect your commands for Disco Fever, don't fret. They'll get a good old dose of true damage punishment that'll make them think twice next time you decide it's time to shuffle. Now, before you go jumping into your challenger promos with your new ocular friend, you gotta know the rough stuff that Vel'Koz has to deal with. First things first, he doesn't have any mobility. He's slow and doesn't have any movement enhancing spells, so running away isn't always an option. This means you gotta keep your eye peeled for pesky junglers looking to man drop on you. Like that. Number 2, you're as squishy as you'd think you'd be as an eyeball. You've got to be the one deciding when you fight, because if they bring the fight to you, it won't always end with you walking away with your head held high and dignity intact. One step too far in an enemy engagement can mean certain death for you and your buddies. Choose the fights you want, back away from the ones you don't, and always, always complain about how broken Katarina is. Lastly, Vel'Koz is 100% skill shot based, so you won't be getting any freebies. If you suck at hitting these skill shots at first, it's going to take a bit of practice to get the hang of it. If you can't land your skill shots, you're going to be a bit on the useless side. Unfortunately, I couldn't find any clips of this because I just don't miss my skill shots. Moving on. You want to be picking Vel'Koz in a team comps with high amount of poke. If you have a Nidalee, Ezreal, Lee Sin, and Dr. Mundo, Vel'Koz is going to help round out that team with even more impossible to dodge poke and disengage, and will definitely net you the trophy for most annoying team NA 2014. So what's the best way to beef up your eyeball to Sauron status? Well, you're going to start from the basics and work your way up. When it comes to runes and masteries, I find it very helpful to run mana regen quints for more opportunities to poke throughout the game, as well as magic penetration marks to make sure that they don't just shrug their damage off early on. At the same time, we gotta cover our ass, so flat health yellows and flat magic resistant blues are a must. I usually dump 9 points into the offensive or defensive mastery tree, but I always drop 21 points in the utility tree. A man has got to have his biscuits. When the game starts, pick up the Spell Thief's Edge and a good mix of health and mana potions. This is going to give you just the tools you need to start spraying the lane with your goo and taking control. Make sure to get a Sightstone pretty early on and then itemize for everything else that you need in the game. You need some magic resist and a lot of poke? Athene's is going to do just the trick for you. You need a cleanse to keep your carries alive? Go for Mikhail's Crucible and get ready to get that teamwork honor flowing straight to you. Vel'Koz has many different build paths he can go for, so don't be afraid to dress him up nice and pretty and try new outfits with each new game. He likes it that way. Now, I'm not saying Vel'Koz is the best support out there, but all I'm trying to say is that he's worth a shot. He's got more than enough damage and crowd control to be a fun and interesting pick, and after being forced into playing Thresh or Leona every game, maybe it's time for a change of pace. Give this noodly ball of fun a chance, and I'm sure you'll find it just as great as I do. Thanks for watching this video, and if you have any questions about this guide, feel free to ask me in the comments, or better yet, check out my Platinum support stream over at twitch.tv/xfawkward. I give tips on how to carry games from the support role and always look to help people improve where I can, all while having a fun time. Thanks for watching once again, and deuces, guys. Yeah, but you should definitely check out the stream. I mean, that would be really cool. I mean, you don't have to check out the stream if you don't want to.